Rules of Work and Life by Jim Rohn. Part 1. Rules of Work. Rule 1. Work harder on yourself than you do on your job. One of Jim Rohn's signature maxims, work harder on yourself than you do on your job, underscores the primacy of personal development. While technical skills and job-specific expertise drive immediate performance, it is the cultivation of character, discipline, emotional intelligence, resilience that ensures long-term success and adaptability. Investing in self-education, whether through books, courses, or mentorship, compounds over time, expanding your capacity to innovate, lead, and navigate change. For instance, dedicating an hour each day to reading or practicing a new skill can yield transformative results within months. By prioritizing personal growth, you become more valuable in any role and prepare yourself for opportunities that may lie beyond your current job description. Rule 2. Set clear, compelling goals. Ron often said, if you don't design your own life plan, chances are you'll fall into someone else's plan. Goal setting is not an optional add-on, but a foundational practice. Effective goals are specific, measurable, and time-bound. They stretch your capabilities while remaining attainable. Start by identifying the overarching achievements you seek, career milestones, revenue targets, and leadership positions, and break them down into quarterly, monthly, and weekly objectives. Visual tools like vision boards or written mission statements serve as constant reminders and motivators. Importantly, revisit and adjust your goals regularly to reflect changing circumstances and evolving aspirations. Rule 3. Embrace discipline and perseverance. Discipline, according to Ron, is the bridge between goals and accomplishments. It manifests as consistency in actions, showing up early, adhering to quality standards, and resisting distractions that undermine progress. Perseverance complements discipline by fueling the resolve to continue when motivation wanes or obstacles arise. Cultivate these qualities by establishing daily routines, a morning ritual of exercise, in reflection, designated deep work hours for focused tasks, and an end-of-day review to assess wins and lessons learned. Over time, disciplined habits become automatic, reducing reliance on fleeting willpower. Rule 4. Take personal responsibility. Don't blame the environment. Decide to be responsible. Ron's insistence on radical ownership challenges us to shift from victimhood to authorship of our lives. In the workplace, this means proactively identifying solutions, owning mistakes, and communicating transparently. With colleagues and leaders, it also entails acknowledging external factors, market fluctuations, organizational shifts, while refusing to let them derail one's commitment to excellence. Embracing responsibility fosters credibility, builds trust, and positions you as a catalyst for positive change. Rule 5. Plan, prioritize, and manage your time. Time, Ron emphasized, is life itself. Effective professionals approach time management as the art of choosing where to invest their most precious resource. Begin each week by mapping out key deliverables, buffer periods for creative thinking or emergencies, and slots for personal rejuvenation. Use tools, digital calendars, task management apps, or paper planners to visualize commitments and set reminders. Prioritization frameworks, such as the Eisenhower matrix, urgent versus important, help ensure critical tasks receive appropriate focus. Regularly audit your schedule to eliminate low-impact activities and guard your calendar against overcommitment. Rule 6. Cultivate a service mindset. The key to success is to focus our conscious mind on things we desire, not things we fear. Yet another facet of this principle is serving others. Ron taught that income and influence proportionally reflect the number of lives you touch and the quality of value you deliver. In professional settings, this means empathizing with clients' needs, anticipating stakeholders' concerns, and viewing every interaction as an opportunity to uplift others. A genuine service orientation builds goodwill, fosters loyalty, and multiplies success through referrals, repeat business, and collaborative Partnerships. Rule 7. Seek mentorship and masterminds. Even the greatest leaders understand the importance of guidance. Jim Rohn credited much of his growth to Earl Schoaf, his original mentor. In today's terms, this translates to finding mentors. Seasoned professionals, willing to invest in your development, and engaging in mastermind groups where peers challenge and support one another. These relationships accelerate learning, provide accountability, offer fresh perspectives that can break stagnation. Allocate time and resources for networking events, coaching sessions, or curated peer cohorts to embed yourself in an environment of continuous improvement. Rule. Communicate with clarity and confidence. Success in any field hinges on effective communication, writing compelling proposals, delivering persuasive presentations, or facilitating team discussions. Rohn believed that clarity of thought precedes clarity of expression. Develop the habit of distilling complex ideas into concise messages, tailored to your audience's needs and level of understanding. Practice. Public speaking in low-stakes environments, team meetings, local clubs, or online webinars to build confidence. Additionally, hone active listening skills by genuinely understanding others' perspectives. You can respond more thoughtfully and build stronger rapport. Rule 9. Embrace failure as feedback. No failure can truly hurt you until you begin to blame someone else. Rohn reframed failure not as a verdict but as a teacher. In professional life, setbacks, missed sales targets, project overruns, difficult feedback provide invaluable data on gaps in strategy, skill, or resources. Cultivate a growth mindset by conducting structured postmortems. What went well, what didn't, and what can be done differently next time? Sharing these insights with your team fosters psychological safety and transforms organizational culture from blame-oriented to innovation-driven. Rule 10. Innovate. Through continuous improvement, inspired by the Japanese concept of Kaizen, Rohn urged small, incremental enhancements over time. Whether tweaking a sales script, streamlining a workflow, or adopting a new technology, consistent refinement compounds into significant performance gains. Establish a regular innovation hour each week to experiment with ideas, solicit feedback, and iterate. Encourage team members to contribute suggestions and celebrate even minor wins that move the needle. Over months and years, these small steps create a culture of progress and adaptability in an ever-evolving marketplace. Part 2. Rules of Life. Rule 11. Cultivate a philosophy for living. You must take personal responsibility. You cannot change the circumstances, seasons, or the wind, but you can change yourself. For Rohn, a coherent personal philosophy, grounded in values like integrity, gratitude, and compassion, is the bedrock of a meaningful life. Clarify your guiding beliefs through reflective practices, journaling about your core principles, exploring philosophical and spiritual texts, and engaging in dialogue with mentors or peers. A well-defined philosophy serves as a navigational star during turbulent times, aligning actions with enduring purpose rather than fleeting desires. Rule 12. Foster a positive mental attitude. Your attitude, Rohn taught, shapes your perception, actions, and ultimately your destiny. By consciously choosing optimism, gratitude, and curiosity, you rewire neural pathways toward resilience and possibility. Daily practices such as gratitude journaling, positive affirmations, or mindfulness meditation solidify an upbeat mindset. When negative thoughts arise, treating them as passing clouds rather than fixed realities enables you to refocus on solutions instead of problems. Positive attitude doesn't mean ignoring challenges. It means approaching them with confidence in your capacity to overcome. Rule 13. Live on less than you make. Financial freedom, Rohn emphasized, begins with prudence, spending below your means and saving the difference. This principle applies to budgeting for basic needs, as well as investing in growth opportunities. Track your income and expenses meticulously. Eliminate non-essential spending and automate transfers to savings and investment accounts. Over time, the habit of living within, or ideally below, your means builds a financial cushion, enabling you to seize new ventures without the stress of inadequate reserves. Rule 14. Guard your health as your greatest asset. Even the most driven professional cannot sustain excellence without physical and mental well-being. Rohn advocated balanced nutrition, regular exercise, quality sleep, stress management strategies such as meditation or recreational pursuits. Treat health-related routines as non-negotiable appointments. Schedule workouts like meetings. Sleep hygiene and respect your body's signals for rest. By optimizing your physical and mental energy, create the fuel necessary for both work achievements and life enjoyment. Rule 15. Build and nurture meaningful relationships. Success is nothing more than a few simple disciplines practiced every day, while failure is simply a few errors in judgment repeated every day. At the core of these disciplines is how we treat others. Invest time in family, friendships, and community. Practice active listening. Express genuine appreciation and offer support without immediate expectation of return. Meaningful connections provide emotional sustenance. Diverse perspectives and a network of collaborators who enrich both personal well-being and professional opportunities. Rule 16. Practice generosity. In contribution, Rohn believed that giving amplifies abundance, whether through financial donations, sharing expertise, or volunteering time. Contributing to causes larger than yourself cultivates fulfillment and social impact. Identify areas where your unique skills or resources can address real needs. Mentoring emerging leaders, supporting local nonprofits, or launching community initiatives. Generosity not only benefits recipients, but also fosters purpose-driven living, enhancing your legacy beyond material success. Rule 17. Embrace lifelong learning, just as work rules champion self-improvement. Life rules demand an unwavering commitment to learning. Diversify your pursuits. Explore literature. Delve into arts and sciences, acquire new languages, or learn creative endeavors such as music or painting. Engage in formal education when relevant. Online courses, workshops, or certification programs, but also prioritize informal learning through podcasts, documentaries, or conversations with people from different backgrounds. This openness to new ideas fuels creativity, adaptability, and a richer life experience. Rule 18. Balance ambition with contentment. Ironically, the pursuit of excellence can breed chronic dissatisfaction if left unchecked. Rohn taught the importance of celebrating progress and savoring present blessings. Even as we chase future goals, incorporate rituals that acknowledge achievements. Personal reflection, small celebrations with loved ones, or sharing milestones publicly. This balance prevents burnout, fosters gratitude, and sustains the emotional energy required for long-term endeavors. Rule 19. Define and pursue your unique purpose. No one else can chart your personal mission. Rohn encouraged introspection. What legacy do you wish to leave? What issues stir your passion? What gifts do you bring to the world? Craft a concise purpose statement, your North Star, that informs major decisions. From career paths to personal commitments, revisit and refine this statement periodically as you grow. Anchoring daily actions to a broader mission imbues even mundane tasks with deeper significance. Rule 20. Adapt and evolve with grace. Life, like business, is dynamic. Rohn taught that the ability to pivot, embracing new circumstances, technologies, and relationships is essential for sustained success and fulfillment. Cultivate emotional agility when plans shift. Process the change without despair. Seek silver linings, and proactively explore emerging opportunities. Maintain a mindset that views change not as a threat, but as a catalyst for reinvention and expanded horizons. Conclusion. Embedding Rohn's rules into your daily rhythm. Jim Rohn's enduring appeal lies in the universality and practicality of his rules. They do not demand extraordinary talent or privileged backgrounds, only a willingness to adopt consistent disciplines, embrace responsibility, and nurture a mindset of growth and contribution. To transform these principles into habitual wisdom rather than transient inspiration. Consider the following implementation. Framework, rule inventory, and personal audit. Begin by reviewing each of the 20 rules above. For every rule, ask yourself, how consistently do I already practice this? What specific actions or behaviors reflect this principle in my work and life? Where are the gaps? And what obstacles have prevented me from fully integrating it? Prioritized action plan. Identify 3 to 5 rules that, if strengthened, would yield the most immediate impact, perhaps improving productivity, strengthening relationships, or enhancing well-being. For each selected rule, craft a micro-commitment, a daily or weekly habit that embodies the principle. For example, for Rule 1, self-improvement. Commit to 30 minutes of focused reading each morning. For Rule 5, time management. Schedule your upcoming week every Sunday evening. For Rule 14, health. Time for 3 weekly workouts in your calendar. Accountability mechanisms. Hold yourself accountable through multiple channels. Journaling. Record daily reflections on your adherence to each habit. Accountability partner. Pair with a colleague or friend who shares similar goals, exchanging. Weekly progress check-ins. Public commitment. Share your action plan with your network, social media, professional groups, or close confidants. Leveraging the motivational power of external visibility. Feedback and iteration at the end of each month. Conduct a mini retrospective. Which habits stuck and why? Which encountered friction, and how can you adjust the strategy, perhaps by breaking down tasks further or modifying scheduling? Celebrate tangible wins, no matter how small, to reinforce progress. Integration into organizational culture. If you lead a team or influence an organization, cascade Ron's rules with customized workshops, discussion groups, or visual reminders in communal spaces. Encouraging shared adoption fosters cohesion and multiplies the benefits of a growth-oriented culture. Long-term vision and course correction every quarter. Review your guiding purpose statement, Rule 19, and realign your goals accordingly. As you evolve, new rules may take priority. Remain agile, Rule 20, in revising your focus areas. Mentorship cycle. As you internalize Ron's principles, pay his insight forward by mentoring others. Teaching crystallizes your own understanding and extends the legacy of continuous growth by systematically embedding Jim Rohn's rules into both your professional workflows and the fabric of your daily life. You create a synergistic cycle of improvement. Your career advances with greater intentionality and resilience, while your personal life flourishes through balanced health, meaningful relationships, and purposeful action. Over months and years, this disciplined approach compounds, just as Rohn predicted, yielding not only external success but an enduring sense of fulfillment and contribution. In embracing Rohn's integrated rules of work and life, you step into the role of both craftsman and artist, shaping your skills and sculpting your character. In service of a higher calling, as you advance, remember his words: success is not to be pursued. It is to be attracted by the person you become. Let this truth guide your journey, and watch as every rule transforms from theory into transformative reality. Thank you for watching. Share it with the people around you.